Mm-hmm. Dante, is he going to play tonight?
Dante will play. Reprimanded by Raymond.
I'll do both of them. Is Dante playing tonight?
Dante is playing, and he's under a restriction around 20 minutes.
Hey, Coach, the Cavaliers kind of have an unorthodox backcourt with the two smaller guards. What are the difficulties playing against a team with that kind of dynamic playmaking at both guard positions? And then how do you try to exploit that on the other end of the court?
Well, they've put together a great roster because they're protected by two really good defensive big men with Mobley and Allen. So they've got a lot of shot blocking at the rim. I don't consider Mitchell a small guard, even though he may not be tall. He's got really long arms. He plays much bigger than he is. Very strong. But they've put together a hell of a team. They've drafted well. It's great to see just a young team that plays well together and is starting to grow. And I mean, I always enjoy watching teams like that. And JB's done a fantastic job. I'm happy for him. He's been in a lot of situations where he's been interim coach and hasn't had great teams to work with. And this is really a great opportunity for him, and he's killing it. So Cleveland's a tough team. I think third in both offensive and defensive efficiency. So they're legit.
Dante was kind of, I guess, your backup point guard in a sense next to Jordan. Does he kind of go back into the role that Ty Jerome's been filling?
Yeah. I mean, we really liked the Dante Jordan dynamic in preseason and then early in the year. And I've always liked to have ball handling point guard next to Jordan to allow him to play off the ball and not have so many point guard responsibilities. So you could still see Ty out there potentially. He'll be active tonight, but Dante and Jordan will definitely be on the floor together.
Just for fun, early in your basketball career, you got your start in Cleveland, 3.5 seasons, I believe. Mm-hmm. What do you remember about those days? Who were your vets? And do you take anything from Lenny Wilkins that you use as a coach today?
That's going way back in the well. So that was really Phoenix was my first team, but I never played, and then I was traded to Cleveland just before my second season, and got a chance to play and really enjoyed it there. My oldest son, Nick, was born there, and we had really good teams. Lenny, Hall of Fame coach, and we had, Larry Nance, Brad Doherty, Mark Price, Craig Elo, Hot Rod Williams, really excellent teams. And I just enjoyed the experience there. And it was kind of the team that really gave me a chance to play a little bit and find my footing in the league. So I've got really good memories from playing there. And then I've got some good memories too, coaching there. Amazing finals series, four straight years against Cleveland. So a lot of history there for me.
Steve, it was kind of a fun chat with Lamb yesterday. I wasn't here, but on the Zoom, I heard him telling all his nicknames from Lamb Chop to Honey Lamb Ham and Lamborghini, and John Lucas had one for him. Has he got any names here that
I just keep hearing Lamborghini.
Okay.
A lot of guys call him that, which is great because he's more of a pickup truck than a Lamborghini, but obviously fits his name well. I'm a huge fan though. I watched him last year. I went down to Santa Cruz and to watch our young guys play, and they happened to be playing the RGV team. And Lamb stood out. I mean, he was really moving the ball and making smart plays. And I remember at the time asking, "Who's that guy?" And I know our guys, Kent Lacob and his group, David Fatoki. I mean, they scour the G League and they watch those guys intently. so they were very high on him. So when I heard he was coming to camp, I was excited, and he's done a great job. He fits our style. He he understands screening, and he's a quick decision maker. Gets guys open. So it's a good player.
And for a G League guy, I mean, he seems to have a great spirit and tenacity, but for a G League guy to stand out and shine at that level, what does it take? I mean, when you go down and watch, does he show that does that?
I think you're just looking for energy and intelligence, and then versatility. He shot 37% from three on 7 attempts a game. So, he's a good shooter, but the ball moved. There was just a recognition. He was sort of a play ahead all the time, where, he kind of anticipated what was happening. I think the other thing you look for is someone who can guard multiple spots, who's quick enough to stay in front of guards, but big enough, strong enough to guard some of the bigger guys, and he has that quality too. So we like him a lot.
You just had like the rare 3-day mids over the last 3 days.
Yeah, we really locked in on our defensive mistakes that we've been making. Number one being fouling. So we worked hard in our drill work on defending without fouling, and transition defense, 2 areas that have really hurt us. And then tried to get better with our offensive execution, kind of focusing on 4 or 5 sets and really working on those. So it was a very productive couple of days. So hopefully that translates.
Have you watched any or got any reports about Rollins and Baldwin? I know they played.
Yeah, I watched them last night. I didn't see the first game, but they both played really well last night. The team got a really good victory, and I got good reports from Sarah, and they got one more game tomorrow.
Coach, you obviously saw Donovan Mitchell a lot when he was out and too. Just how does his skill set elevate a young team like this?
Well, he's a go-to scorer. I mean, he's off to a scorching start, but just the ability to get a bucket out of nowhere, out of nothing. That's every team needs that. It's and that's what playoff basketball is about. So when you have a young team like Cleveland that's growing and is trying to gain traction in the league, you add that dynamic, it just gives them confidence. So he's been a perfect addition.
Yeah, I just had one more on kind of the Dante Jordan dynamic. What do you like about what Dante's game can potentially do for Jordan?
Because Dante can handle the ball and pass, they really end up divvying up the point guard responsibilities. And I think Jordan's always been more comfortable kind of playing as a combo guard rather than having to manage the team and run the point on his own. So both of them can make plays, and both can play on or off the ball, and they're both good shooters. So it's a good combination. Thanks.